Welcome to my channel. It's called Lunasa. In this channel, we do a deep dive into the writings of Florence Scovel Shinn, like this, this book. And for this video, I want to talk about what she wrote in The Secret Door to Success. She wrote, "No man gives to himself but himself, and no man takes away from himself but himself. The game of life is but a game of solitaire. As you change, all conditions will change." Isn't that cool? It's a lot of existential crisis all up in there. Like, would I do this to myself? And, can someone just take this over? Because obviously I can't play this game well. And I just keep hurting myself. But Florence wants to remind us, and it's something shared with all the legendary teachers, that it's on us. The universe is responding to us. And like what we put out there, then the universe can respond. Florence says in another book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, that we are the first mover. When we ask, it is given. We are the first movers. The universe acts in response to us. Even God, for all of his power, all of his might, can only wait for us to ask him to use that power and might for our situation. He can't interfere. The universe can't interfere. We are the ones who are the first mover. And from there, like once we ask, then God can get to work. Once we speak, then we unleash forces unseen, as Florence would say. So we have to recognize our power, that everything is happening in response to us. So what we are getting, it's on us. What we're losing, it's because we're giving it away. So own it, celebrate it. Don't get caught up too much in the past, because the only moment that's really at play is the present. And it's like, what can you do with this power now that you know it? What can you do now that you've heard it? And Florence says this is a game of solitaire, which is so cool. I don't know if you noticed, but I always talk about maybe soccer or baseball or volleyball. But no, Florence is seeing the game of life as solitaire. And you have your cards, and it's just you and the cards, and how well you play the game, and how well you understand the rules, and how well you go at it. I mean, I've been playing this game of solitaire online, and I've been getting better and better at it. There are rules that you can learn, techniques you can learn to improve how well you do it. And so the same is true for Florence and the game of life. Once you understand how to play the game, how the rules work, you can start to play it well. But ultimately, this is not a game where there's an opposition. There's not a game where there are people coming to take the ball from you or want to hit a home run on you. This is a game of solitaire. And it's just a matter of how well you play it. Like, imagine you are in a room by yourself with a table, and you're sitting at that table and you have the full deck of cards. And as you pull and as you put it down, and as you move the cards around, the things around you change. It's how well you play the game of solitaire that is going to show how well you're going to play the game of life, and it's how things around you start to change. If you want to change the people around you, the situations around you, recognize it starts in here. Change it here, change it here, change your heart, change your thoughts, change your energy, change your vibe, change it all. And then watch as the things around you start to change. Florence would put one advice out there: use your words. Start speaking differently over your life, because it's the power of the spoken word. Your word has the power to create. She says at the end of chapter 1 that Your words, and when you change your words, you can change the conditions of your life. Even if that seems like an extraordinary thing, believe her. Start speaking differently over your life. And then maybe you want to write a letter to her. I mean, she's long gone, 100 years ago, but just write like um, a letter where you'd be like, hey Florence, if I could talk to you now, if I could see you now, I would want you to know that your books reached me, and I believed in the power of your spoken word and of my spoken word, and I believe in the power of words to change the conditions of my life. So I did, Florence. And I truly spoke your words over my life. I spoke affirmations over my life. I spoke the kind of life that I want over my life. And I watched the conditions around me change. I kept my poise, I kept believing, and I saw no limits in myself, so I did not limit God. And I know that God is invincible, so I cannot fail, because He cannot fail. And I recognized the power of my word to change my life. And it truly did, Florence. Wouldn't that be amazing? So, yes, think of the game of life as ultimately a game of solitaire. And what you do with yourself, what you do with your thoughts and your words and your energy and your emotions and all that stuff, like, you don't hold on to resentment, no fear, no lack. You obliterate fear, as Florence says. You focus on abundance and joy and the world of the wondrous. You begin to really focus with the God mind and how would God think in this situation, and being creative and knowing that God is your source. Like, you start to work on yourself. Put that smile on your face, that joy, that incredible lightness of being, where everything around you becomes an enchanted moment. Everything is just laid to rest and you're good. Do that. Do that. And then watch as the things around you start to change. And it'll be a little thing, maybe a little thing, but do not condemn the small things, Florence would say. Be like, watch as the things around you start to change, the little things, the big things, and keep your poise through it all. Keep your joy through it all, because it's about you. What you're giving away, it's on you. What you're getting, it's on you. Be appreciative of that. Everything's in response to you. Even God waits for you to, like, because God stands waiting for you to just say the word. Your words unleash forces and powers unseen. But again, you got to speak the word, because we are that first mover. So start, like, owning it. Start recognizing the dominion that you've been given. A nod all the way back to Genesis 1, where God created us in His image, in their image, and said, you have dominion. You have dominion. You have dominion to subdue those, to subdue. And you have dominion, you have power. Recognize that dominion and go for it. And recognize that, let it remind you of your power and authority and how much you are a co-creator, as Abraham Hicks would say, with God. And whatever's happening to you, recognize game of solitaire. Game of solitaire, people. As you pull the cards, as you work on it, the things around you start to change. Big thing, your words. Your words, change your words, the things around you, the conditions around you will change. And your energy as well, your vibe. Be happy. Be like, deep down in your soul, I'm just happy to be alive kind of moment. I look out and life has never been so wonderful. Everything's just sparkly and shiny, and everything smells beautiful, looks beautiful. It's just the most extraordinary experience, where you are happy beyond measure and joyful beyond measure. And you've tapped into something that goes real deep, real deep. Like, has the sky ever looked this beautiful? Has coffee ever tasted this good? This moment is a sacred space, an enchanted moment, and it's really, really something special. Bring that kind of energy and your words. You, pay attention to you and watch your life change. Watch the conditions of your life change. So, again, yeah, Florence has, yeah, she finally did explain what kind of game we're playing. And it's not a game with opposition and people coming after us. It's a game of solitaire. It's a game of just you and you alone. What you do changes what's going on around you. So enjoy the dominion, enjoy the responsibility, and recognize when you start things in motion, powers that be go to work for you. And you have so many teammates ready to work with you. Because you may start it, but you're not doing it all. But it's important to recognize that you are the first mover. Now, I just did a deep dive into the writings of Florence Scovel Shinn, and that's all I do on this channel. She is amazing. Florence was a metaphysical teacher who wrote 100 years ago. Her ideas are as dynamic, as fresh, as powerful as ever, and it's truly a joy for me to read her books, and it's a joy to bring her to you. If you're new, I will introduce you to her ideas and all of her books. She wrote The Game of Life and How to Play It, The Secret Door to Success, which is what I just quoted from, Your Word is Your Wand, like your magical wand, and The Power of the Spoken Word. And she also has another manuscript that we've called um, Your Magical Path of Intuition. The Magical Path of Intuition. She's an amazing writer and an amazing thinker, an absolute master of this. She combines Christian ideas with artistry and a true sense that we can bring our heaven down to our earth and that we can have the divine design, health, wealth, love, and perfect self expression. And if you're familiar with Florence, I will remind you of her ideas and just maybe bring a new perspective on them. So if you like this, please subscribe to my channel. Again, that's all I talk about. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I do notice, and I'll be able to say, well, y'all like this video. I want to do some more of it. Like maybe you like The Secret Door to Success and you may want to go into it some more. Like, let me know. Let me know what you like about this video. And if you want to leave me a comment, do so in the comment section. I do see them. I do reply. It's a great way to get in touch with me. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I do appreciate it. And as I say at the end of every video, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.